Hello and welcome to Sheba online classes, standard 9. Today I will be taking unit 6, that is prose lesson from 0 to infinity. And who is it about? It is a biography of Ramanujam, Srinivasa Ramanujam. Okay, who is he? Everybody knows him, no? He is a genius, mathematical genius he is. Okay, he such a great person. How he had what happened in his lifetime, how he started and what happened to him till his death. We are going to learn about him. Okay, so this lesson is where he was born. Let me start. Ramanujam was born in Erode in Tamil Nadu on December 22nd, 1887. His father was a clerk. That's a kind of very economically low background. His a petty clerk. Petty clerk means just a small office staff, just one clerical job he was doing, and very less salary he was getting. He worked in a clothes shop, no, where he was working there. His father was working. From early childhood, it was evident that he was in prodigy. Senior student, that is, and afterwards, when he was from the small age itself, he was so interested in maths. So he was so efficient and so tactfully he does the calculation that even senior students would come to him to ask for doubts. They will come and clear their doubts in regarding this maths. Okay. So one incident from his lifetime, when he was in class, in his class, what happened? A teacher was taking maths lesson, and what she was taking is she drew on the board 3 bananas. So 1, 2, 3 bananas and 3 boys. So she was asking the class, 3 bananas are, I have drawn 3 bananas on the board, and 3 boys will get. How many will each boy get? So some brilliant student from the first bench, he said, ma'am, they will get each one will get each banana. So 3 bananas will be given to one each. So 3 bananas means each one will get one banana. So everybody clapped and said, oh, very good, brilliant student. Then afterwards they said, if 1000 bananas were there and 1000 boys, how many will each get? She asked. So everyone said, yeah, of course, each one will get one only. Then what happened? Suddenly from the back row, from the last row, one boy raised his hand and said, ma'am, can I ask a question? Then Miss said, okay, ask, what is your doubt? This is what he asked. Sir, said the boy, if no banana is distributed among no one, will everyone get one banana? See the answer. If no banana is distributed among no one, even that time is nothing, that is no banana is distributed among no one, still will anybody get one banana, he was asking. So he asked this question, then everybody in the class started laughing. No banana was distributed among no one means still how anybody will get one banana, they were asking. So everybody started laughing and mocking at this person. Now who is that boy? That boy only is Srinivasa Ramanujan. So the teacher said, okay, quiet class, why are you mocking at him? Let me see what he is asking and let me explain to him what is his doubt, let me explain. So then she will say, the teacher says, quiet, said, and there is nothing to laugh at. I will explain what he means to say. For the division of bananas were divided by 3 by 3, saying that each boy will get one banana. So the first what she did, she drew 3 bananas now, and then 3 boys. So 3 boys means each one will get one banana. That was understood. Similarly, we divided 1000 by 1000 to get 1. That means 1000 boys, 1000 bananas, each one will get one banana. So correct. Then what he is asking is that if 0 banana is divided among 0, will each one get 1? That was his question. The answer is no. Mathematically, each will get an infinite number of bananas. Understood that? So everyone will get one infinite number, not one. Infinite numbers of bananas they are saying. So this question what he has asked at such a small age took years and years, centuries for a mathematician to get this answer. So see that such a small age he was able to answer, that is about the value of 0. The value of 0. So 0 to infinity, the name of the lesson is Okay, so from 0 to infinity, what is this calculation? In that young mind he was able to get that. So that is only his, must be very proud. He is from our that is state, from Tamil Nadu, Ramanujan, Srinivasa Ramanujan. Great, hats off to him. So then afterwards what happened? So everyone laughed, and then afterwards such an absurd question. All the class students were saying such a one useless question is asked, and for that teacher has given an explanation. What is this about? They were all confused. Children they are not so much thing, no. So they were just mocking at him. Then this person is Ramanujam. Okay. Others claimed it to be unity. Some person, that is the boy, had asked a question that had taken mathematicians several centuries to answer. Some mathematician claimed that 0 divided by 0 was 0. Some said, okay, like that 0 divided by 0. Others claimed it to be unity. It was an Indian mathematician Bhaskara who proved that it is infinity. So one person only, that is Bhaskara, he only proved that infinity. Like the boy who was asked this question is Ramanujam. Okay, next. Whatever it is, he born in Kumbakonam till he reached Cambridge from his way, that is from Kumbakonam to Cambridge, that life, what happened, that is the story what we are giving to us. So then what happened is, at the age of 13, he used to solve, even senior students, that is his school senior students will come and ask him, solve this sum meant to me. So he will sit and solve the sum, and like solving sums and learning about mathematics was like small children, they like to eat chocolates. No, that it was, he won't take chocolates. If you give him a choice, this or that, he will choose only maths. So he was so crazy, like eccentric, like he was so crazy, like trying to solve any kind of problems. However difficult that problem is, he used to solve it. So at the age of 13, Ramanujam was lent a book. He took a book from the library about what? An advanced trigonometry. At the age of 13, okay. At the age of 13, he lent a book on advanced trigonometry written by S.L. Looney. This book was written by S.L. Looney, and he took it from the library, and he started solving these problems. See there, at the age of 13. Not only did he master a rather difficult book, but also began his own research. He took all these books, started solving all these problems, and then he gave his own theory. Okay, one problem is given means he used to write his own theory and try to tell others to solve that. Okay, so that kind of a person he is. He came forth with many mathematical theorems and formula not given in the book, though they had been discovered much earlier by great mathematicians. So some theorems were still not able to solve the problem, but he used to solve all those problems. Like it was like one piece of cake for him. Very easily he could do it. The most significant turn came 2 years later when one of his senior friends showed him the book Synopsis of Elementary Results in Pure Applied Mathematics, a collection of 4,865 formula and theorems without proof by G.S. Carr. Okay, now one of his students, that is one of his senior students whom he used to help in solving problems, that boy gave him a book. What is this book about? Just see, the name itself, such a long name it has got. Other children will get scared. Oh my God, I don't want this book. Okay, they will go for any story books. But he took that book as like when he was so happy to get that book. See, the name of the book, why am I stressing is, this will come as questions. Okay, what is the name of the book given by the senior students? Or it can also be, what is the name of the book written by G.S. Carr? So the name of the book is Synopsis of Elementary Results in Pure Applied Mathematics. Got that? And how many formulas it had? 4,865 formulas and theorems without proof. But that means there was no answer. Only formulas were given. They have to solve it. That was solved by who? By Ramanujam. Okay. And for the boy of 16, now how old is he now? He is 16 years old. The title itself must be frightening. From 13 years he started, now he is 16 years, and at the age of 16 years he is used to solve all these problems. But Ramanujam was delighted to get the book. He took the book home and began to work on the problems given in it. This book only, this G.S. Carr's book, this what I told you about the book, that brought about break. That is a complete breakthrough, a new chapter in his life opened. Okay, the mathematical genius in him, whatever, how genius he is, by solving these problems only, he became a well-known genius. Okay, next, mathematical ideas began to become in such a flood in his mind. Like mathematical ideas, used to come in his mind like that. Like suddenly he will be thinking, lying down, eating, sleeping, whatever it is. Whenever he is able to, suddenly he gets that formula in his mind, and wherever, on the walls, on the floor, on the table, any piece of paper, suddenly that problem, that solving the problem, it comes to him. He like one mad person. What he'll do, he'll take any piece of paper, even paper lying on the ground also. He'll take it, it will be written. Sometimes some papers will be written on it. There will be some blue writing, means he'll take one red color pen and write it on top of that. Small bits of paper he takes from the street also, on the street, lying, some papers lying on the street also, that also without like some people get shy to pick up all the rubbish from the street, that all nothing else, because in his mind he's got that problem, solving that craze, he'll take anything and he'll start writing. Some even on the walls also he'll start writing all the formulas and all that, solving that problem. So that kind of a craze for maths he had, that kind of one dedicated love for maths. Okay, I just came to him such a flood. That means flood means like how flood comes, flood water comes inside. It breaks through the wall and comes and destroys the whole village, like that. That kind of ideas come into his mind, it seems. So he used to do, write on all of them. He used to do problems on loose sheet of papers or on the slate. Just jot the result down in notebooks. Before he went abroad, he had filled. That is before he could reach. That is his study in Cambridge. In between that time they are telling, he used to write any kind of papers and all that he used to gather. Even that bit paper also, he used to gather it, file it up and keep it, and that is known as his frayed books. Okay, see the frayed notebooks, Ramanujan's frayed notebooks. Okay, he had filled 3 notebooks which later became the famous as the Ramanujan's frayed notebooks. Get that on your mind, because that's very important question. What does frayed notebooks mean? All these bits of piece of papers, notebooks. 3 notebooks he had filled up, writing all the answers. Then, although Ramanujan secured first, now what is his? He is academics, His academics, how he is? He is very good in maths, but throughout his school life, he used to fail in other subjects. Okay, he used to fail in history. Then, what are the subjects he failed in? English, history and physiology. He never he never studies that. He only studies maths, nothing else. So maths he'll be getting scholarships. He gets centums in maths, but 3 subjects he'll fail. So in that, his promotion was being delayed. Okay, so he used to fail that, and this was who got worried about him? His father, because his father is a clerk, a petty clerk in some cloth shop. He wanted his son, definitely, everybody's, it is a normal, like their son or child should, that is, be better than them, isn't it? So this fellow, Ramanujan, was not studying, he was failing, and this worried his father so much. So, and they were not having money also, and how to run the family. With one earning, they were not able to. So what happened? From then onwards, he started looking for jobs. Ramanujan went out to looking for jobs. So what happened? Whatever this frayed notebooks, that is all the piece of papers and all that, he went to some company and showed this notebook. I said, I am very good at maths, please give me an accountant's job, I will do it. But looking at that, nobody will take and say, because all bits and pieces of papers, nothing, all torn bits of papers he was filed. I am sure anybody will see that he is some mad. They will think, who is this person, like giving you all this. Nobody was interested in looking at the note, that frayed books also, that piece of paper. So this disappointed. He was very disappointed. Then began to look for a job. Then finally, actually what happened is, to do his, to more than getting that income for the house, he wanted, what his aim was, why to get a job? To buy paper. Because he was very much short of paper. Whatever notebooks were in the house, he wrote everything was full. Even bits of paper, I told him, pieces of paper also. Now he wanted to get that is how many? He needed about 2,000 sheets of paper every month. Every month, how many he wants? 2,000 sheets of paper. That is how he is able to do the sums, solve all the problems and theorems. So to get that only, he is not interested in earning for food or anything. He wants to get paper, to buy paper. Then even the scraps of paper lying on the ground. Okay, I told all that, no. The next is, he was so, that is, he never used to bother. Some people are going to see him like going to the street and picking up that paper and doing all that. He was not at all bothered about. And then next, then he found a clerical job finally, showing, he went and showed those that is all those papers, but nobody was interested. And then finally he could he went to the that is, finally he was impressed. Who was impressed? Who was impressed? Luckily for him, he at last found someone who was impressed by his notebooks, that is the frayed notebooks. Who was impressed? Miss, this person. He was a director of Madras Port Trust, Francis Spring. See, this time all, who was here in our country? We were a colony. Okay, remember that we were a colony of British. Okay, during this time we were a colony of the British. So who were here? All Britishers were here. So what happened is, in Madras Port Trust, who was the manager? Means Francis Spring was the director of Madras Port Trust. He saw these people. He gave Ramanujam a clerical job after looking at all something. Okay, this boy is okay. We can keep him as a job. Clerical job we can give him. So he was given monthly salary of 25 rupees. 25 rupees monthly he got. That itself he was very happy. Okay, fine. I am able to buy paper, he said. And then later some teachers. So this was going on. So monthly he was getting the 25 rupees. Some teachers, in which school he studied, no. Some teachers knew about him and how genius he is in solving this maths. So what happened is, they went and referred his name and tried to get him a scholarship. So some teachers and educators interested in mathematics initiated a move to prove Ramanujam with a research fellowship. On May 1st, 1913, the University of Madras granted him a fellowship of 75 rupees a month. 25 rupees he got, now 75 rupees, how much he got now? Finally he got 100 rupees used to get, and he had no qualifying degree. See, he got a fellowship, that is a scholarship, no, fellowship it's called. He got it for maths only, but he does not have a degree. Why? Because he failed in English and history and physiology, no, so he failed. So only in maths he is perfect, but he may be, but he spent most of the time in maths only. That is why he neglected the other subjects. Not that he is not unable to study or something, but he neglected it because his interest is showed only in maths. Then few months later, Ramanujam had sent a letter to the great mathematician who? G.H. Hardy. G.H. Hardy, he had written a letter, though, to the great, that is of the Cambridge University. G.H. Hardy of the Cambridge University, in which he set out 150 theorems and formula. So in that letter he had sent 150 theorems and formula. Among them was that known as the Riemann series, a topic in the definite integral of the calculus. So all that he has sent. That is, from there he has sent to G.H. Hardy, no. That was a major turning point for Ramanujam. So G.H. Hardy, once he received, that is it, that on those times letter used to reach very late, no. So he went there, they reached the letter, and then in Cambridge the G.H. Hardy saw the letters. He was, that is what say, one surprised, so surprised. He was say, in India, one kind of a rare person, he was able to solve all these problems. So many years mathematician had taken so much time to solve it, and he finished it. He solved these problems. He was very, very surprised. And then it did not take long for Hardy and his colleague J.E. Littlewood, these two persons, Hardy and Littlewood, to realize that they had discovered a rare mathematical genius in Ramanujam. Then they made arrangement. Then afterwards, immediately they made arrangement for him to come and study in Cambridge. So see, he failing in other subjects also, being a genius in that mathematics, that was being recognized by Cambridge University, and then immediately they made arrangement for him to come to Cambridge. Okay, so university on. Then his that is up and down journey, all that, no, they had made all the arrangements. And on March 17, 1914, he sailed to Britain. Okay, he sailed for Britain. So they sailed means he took a ship to Britain. Okay, then Ramanujan found himself a stranger at Cambridge. So he was actually going there and staying in Cambridge. He was a stranger, total stranger. Suddenly from homeland he went to that place. That cold he was not able to bear. It was very extremely cold, that cold, and moreover he was a vegetarian. So he did not know, he cannot go and eat the whole of the Britain, they eat only non-veg now. So he was not able to eat So then after slowly his health also started deteriorating, but he was, even that time also he was, there was one, that is 3 triangle, that is Littlewood, Hardy and Ramanujam. So these 3 used to sit and finish up all whatever is there, this solving these theorems and formulas. Very happy. He continued his research in mathematics with determination, firm determination. In mathematics with determination, in the company of Hardy and Littlewood, he could forget much of his hardship he had to endure. So by doing this, that cold, that is, he did not get veg food. He used to cook in his room. He used to cook food, because outside they only get non-veg. So he is not able to eat. He is a pure vegetarian. So he used to cook his food, and all these hardships, he forgot, because solving this problem was a major thing for him. In Ramanujam, Hardy found an unsystematic mathematician, similar to one who knows the Pythagoras theorem but does not know what a congruent triangle means. So this several discrepancies, that is all the shortcomings in his research, could be attributed to his lack of formal education. Ramanujan played with numbers as a child. When he has to play with the toys, that time itself he was playing with numbers. Okay, then afterwards what happened? Then he found he went to Cambridge, and after in spite of the cold and all that, he tried to study, that is do the theorems and solve all the problems. And Ramanujam was elected Fellow of the Royal Society on February 28, 1918. He was the youngest Indian to receive this distinguished fellowship. In October that year, he became the first Indian to be elected Fellow of the Trinity College, Cambridge. His achievement at Cambridge include the Hardy-Ramanujan Littlewood circle method in number theory. Roger Ramanujam's identities in partition of integers, a long list of highest composite numbers, beside work on the number theory and the algebra of inequalities. So that was his achievement, so many achievements. And then finally what happened is, after all this achievement, he was not looking after himself. I told you, he was not eating properly. That cold was too much for him. So in spite of that also, so many achievements he had made. But finally what happened is, he got TB, tuberculosis. Continuous research work, tuberculosis, then an incurable disease. That time 1918, it was like one, everybody used to get scared. TB means, oh, it is very infectious. So immediately he was in Cambridge that time, he got this TB, because too much cold outside, and he was not eating properly, no proper nourishments were not getting. So what happened is, he got developed this tuberculosis, infected very badly, and he was very weak, and immediately Cambridge, those people, London people, sent him back to India. He came back to India. Then this was slowly, it was incurable. There was no cure for TB that time, So then sent back to India, and he disembarked. His friends found him so pale and exhausted, looking at him like any time he is going to die. That kind, he was very pale, exhausted, like unnourished he was. To forget the agonizing pain, he continued even in his deathbed. When he came back from Cambridge, he came to India, and then even he became bedridden, and even in that deathbed also, he used to solve problems. See the craze that man was. He continued to play with numbers even on his deathbed. Besides being a mathematician, so his other talents were, he was a very good orator, and he also knows astrology. Okay, very good in astrology. He is not only a mathematician, he was an astrologer of repute and a good speaker. That is orator. He used to, when he speaks addresses a gathering, he used to speak so. Everyone used to be mesmerized by his speech. And not only that, he was also an astrologer. In repute means very famous astrologer. So he used to give lectures on subjects like God, zero and infinity. So that's what this lesson is about. Go to just give a reading and then answer all the questions, short questions and the paragraphs. Thank you. See you in next class.